Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Game Testing Unlimited. My name is Wilfred. So this game is Vampire Survivors, and it's not a new game, but it's a game that I've looked into it more in detail lately. It is a very good game, so for those who have not played before, if you can look beyond the pixel art graphic, I think it's you have a lot of fun with it. It has co-op as well. I yet to try that, but I will try it really soon. Now this particular game that I'm showcasing to you is midway through one of the runs that I have, and I try something a little bit different compared to what I've shown you before, just to add a little bit of excitement to what I do. I picked a card, or they call it arcana, that will increase the so-called the growth, the luck, the greed, as well as curse by a certain percentage per level that you go up to. And also there's a little icon beneath the character that will double those effects in rotation. So it's really exciting. Curse is something that will increase the density, the health, and the quality of the mobs that you see on the screen. And you see why are there so many, because right now it's a curse cycle, so all the curse stats have been doubled. So you see a lot more mobs come in, but of course the upside of it is that you get a lot more experience points as well, right? I've not achieved that kind of high level in such a short time with any character so far in the Vampire Survivors, so that is really cool. I'm loving it, but it does add a lot of excitement towards the end as well. As you can see, that can get really intense if your build is not helping you to get there. So what I'd like to share with you, and also on this particular map, because this map is kind of unique. I think there are some weapons that probably will do better with this map, especially those that would hit vertical kind of like up and down manner. But I'm going to put some of the stats on the screen right now, and to share with you how each weapon is performing before it's being evolved, as well as after it's being evolved. So if you are new to the game, how it works is that you can collect as you collect as you level up, you got opportunity to pick one of the weapons, maybe as a new weapons to be added onto one of the 6 that you have, or you can upgrade one of the existing weapon and or passive as well. So there are 6 weapons on top of the icon there, top left corner. The top row are the weapons, and the second row is the bottom row are the passives. So the weapon does its own thing. Every level do its own kind of like a very specific thing, and but combining the weapon at the full level of level 8 in a very simplistic kind of like explanation, with an appropriate passive will evolve the weapon in a different way. So you can see the stat that I'm showing you here for the weapons that we have, the 6 weapons that I have, and also the evolved one, and the DPS of it. They even have a DPS meter, which I think is pretty fantastic. So now, what are the weapon I use probably from top to bottom? The Rune Tracer is the one that bounces around. You can see all the lines bouncing around. That's Rune Tracer. After it evolved, become no future, so it does a little bit more than just bouncing around, with some retaliation as well. That's really cool. The Pentagram is the one that suddenly you see all the mob get wiped off from the map, and that is pretty cool. The only thing about Pentagram is that if it was before it's being evolved into a gorgeous moon, it tends to erase even the experience point and the loot boxes, the treasure chest as well. So it's a bit of a pain to level that one up. But once you level up, become the gorgeous moon, it will then kind of like erase everything on the screen, and then suck all the experience point onto you, and that is really helpful. I like it a lot. Next one is Center Water. So Center Water is the one that you see on the ground, some water puddle there. And the cool thing about Center Water is that it becomes Labora once it's being evolved, and Labora would kind of like move towards you as well, those water puddle as time goes by. and it does insane amount of DPS. If you look at the evolved kind of chart, you can see that as well. The magic wand is the starting weapon of this character. This character, can't remember her name, but it started off with a wand. A second character actually, second character you can unlock, and the magic wand kind of like shoot at random enemies around, and with the holy wand, which is the evolved version of the magic wand, I think there's no cooldown on that. But interestingly, the magic wand isn't really performing well once it's evolved. Maybe other evolved weapon does it better, or maybe just the mobs around. This sort of map is not really good for holy wand, the wand itself. But if I recall, the wand does need the let me see. The wand does need the anti-tomb, which is anti-tomb is the passive. You can see the second icon on the bottom row, and it's a really good one because that actually reduce the cooldown. It's a cooldown reduction. It make your gorgeous wound a lot hit a lot faster. Meet your labora come down a lot better, faster as well. So while on its own, the magic wand as well as the evolved holy wand isn't that great, but then the passive associated with it to reduce the cooldown is a cooldown reduction passive, work really well with the rest of it. And the whip and garlic are the whip is the one that you see horizontally swipe on left and right, and it is the very first starting character of the vampire survivor that you see the whip. Even after it evolved, the bloody tear isn't that great. You can see the damage is pretty pathetic, but the good thing about it is that it keeps healing you as it deal damage. So it's kind of like a life leech there, kind of very useful in this kind of survival game. And last but not the least, there's a garlic, which is kind of like an aura around the character that would debuff the enemy, as well as kind of like maybe freeze or stun that knock them out as well. And the garlic on its own before evolve is really terrible, but once you evolve them in the Soul Eater, it does become a little bit more competitive to say the No Future, which is evolved from Rune Tracer. So I wouldn't write it off for garlic. I don't think it's amazing, but it's kind of cool because it does give you the opportunity to kind of knock down enemy around you as well. It does synergize with the other weapon, if I'm not wrong. But all in all, I mean, I'm quite happy with this particular setup. And by all means, sometimes it's very hard to get the same setup anytime because it's all randomly as you picked up the game and play. Another thing I would like to call out for the center water is that the passive is the attract orbs. So attract orb is the one that gives you a better kind of like a radius in sucking all the experienced orbs onto you, and it does help you level up a bit faster. So it's also one of the reasons why I like to use the center water, and ultimately the center water as well as evolve into Labora is because of that very reason. But yeah, I mean this game has a lot of depth to it. There's no right or wrong answer. I mean there are a lot of good things that you could have. Like Lightning Ring is the one that I always been falling back to, because if you do a lot of projectile kind of gameplay, then the Lightning Ring will need to pair up with the so-called the duplicator that will duplicate your the projectile. Now this part of the map is very interesting. After you pass the 25 minutes gameplay, there's a crab there, and the water start to come up. So the water start to come up as you deal with the crab, and the crab getting bigger and bigger as time goes by too. Now this build is not good at single target. If I want single target, I'll probably go for the knife build, which will evolve with the bracer into 1000 edge. It's a continuous barrage of knife falling into one direction. But as you know, whip is not really the greatest kind of like damage there. If I were to use knife with evolve into 1000 edge, the crab can be destroyed reasonably fast. And now this is getting insane here. You can see there's a lot a lot of mobs that swarm over me, barely able to survive. But now it's still okay. As you see later on, my health will start to come down, and I really rely on the lifesteal to make it work here. And the crab also, excuse me, the crab is also getting bigger and bigger as time goes by, and it's tend to come onto you as well, especially when the gorgeous moon or the pentagram erase all the mobs, and the crab kind of like come up to you quite fast. Now, if you outrun the crab, I realized that they would it would kind of respawn above you again, so it get really intense. And at this very moment, to be very honest, while I was playing, my hands were sweating. I wasn't even sure whether I could survive or not, but it seems that if I continue moving up, that seems to have a chance to survive. So I just keep doing that, the moving up, and by then I already get 143 level, 144 level before even hitting half an hour's mark. And as you see, the crab is right in front, on top. So the curse right now is half of what my level is. So the curse is 72, which is kind of quite high. You can see the intensity of that, especially when it switched to the skull underneath the character, which is the buff window for the curse. And this is lucky, but it's luck, by the way. You can see the glove there. It's a luck glove. Once you go to curse, man, I mean the whole screen is just full of many things. So this, the next one is really, I think, is to buff the gold collection. That is a luck, I think. Sorry, not a luck, greed. Greed, it means that more gold, and it changes into, now this is the curse. I can see that once the curse kicked in, man, the whole screen just swarmed with enemies, with 2 minutes more to go, and it felt like forever. Look at that. I mean, look at that. It does feel a little bit like forever to even get there. So I quite like the pentagram. It erased a lot of things. So this particular build, I think I'm quite happy with this particular setup. It has a good balance of wiping up a good area around me. It has a good area damage as well, with a bit of life steal as well as the healing as well. The only thing I'm not quite sure is if I really want to pick up the wicked, I can't remember what it's called. I can't even write my handwriting. Read my handwriting here. It's one of the arcanas, and it's called Wicked Season. Sorry, it's a Wicked Season. That is the one that actually end up with this whole screen full of mobs like this, is because of the Wicked Season. The curse is half of my level, or double when it hit the cycle for the buff. So you can see, yeah, it's getting really hectic, and that's the last dying minute, and I was just holding my breath there. The crab is definitely getting bigger. And look, I mean, the reality is that not many builds I've got that I can take down the crab, but I have done that before. So I've done that before. I've taken down the crab with the so now it's so close to me, man. It's crazy. And this kind of dragon, it kind of swirl around. The good thing is that I can push these dragons around. I don't know what you call them, but it does take quite a fair bit of attack in order to take them down. So without the gorgeous moon, I'm really not sure how I could even do that. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do ping me if you have any question or any advice for me. Alright, so now Reaper arrived, and that's it, end stage. I may one day take down Reaper, but we will see. And that is exactly the same stat that I showed you earlier on. I've got quite a number of achievements as well. Alright, take care. Bye.